In this video, we're showing how the system works, in action. We've set up 4 screens side by side, each one representing a different user: conditioning, mixing, reaction, and forklift. Think of it as 4 people using the system at the same time. Since everything's connected, what one user does instantly affects the others. So if mixing requests materials, that request pops up right away on the forklift screen. And that's just one example. Let's start by sending a raw material request for mixing. 1 request, 3 materials, all released at once. The moment it's sent, those materials show up on the forklift screen. As you can see, the request was instantly added to mixing's outbound. We can also view information about each process on the details page. We can now see the requests have shown up on the forklift page. Need a cleaner view? Tap the focus icon. It's perfect for smaller screens and helps you stay locked on active requests. We can see the From column is the location of the materials in the database and the To column is mixing. The thumbs up button shows up when there are multiple people in the same process. To accept the request, click on it. The details for this process now shows the status as active. Let's accept the other requests now. The thumbs up button now shows the user actively working on the process. When you have completed the request, click on the check mark. As you expect, it now shows as done in the details. Let's now complete the rest of the requests. The whole request shows up as finished when we complete all the different sub-requests. And here's the best part: both processes are now completely clear, with no pending requests holding us back. Next, we'll take you inside the reaction machine as we add a new raw material request. The system will calls for root RR0301, which includes 2 raw materials. This request goes straight to the forklift, which retrieves the materials from storage and delivers them directly to the process that needs them. Now reaction 1 will add the root. Now that the request was sent, it shows up immediately on the forklift screen. Now we are ready to accept the requests. The details screen reflects this by changing the status and current user columns. Let's finish them now. And as the forklift completes its delivery, both processes once again stand clear, not a single pending request in sight. Raw materials are ready. Now, let's request the mixed materials from mixing and keep the flow going. Material BO301 is produced in the mixing department and is essential for the reaction process. Therefore, we need to request this material from mixing. Once mixing completes the preparation, it will automatically send a signal to the forklift, which will then transport the material to the reaction area to continue the process smoothly. Alright, now reaction 1 just requests BO301 in the system. It's super simple, just pick the time and boom, it's send. Naturally, this request only shows up in mixing, where the materials made, and won't pop up in the forklift or anywhere else. This time there won't be a thumbs up button because there is only one user under mixing. We can just click on the finish button when we are ready. Now that we have completed it, it has instantly moved on to the next step. Forklift will take the material from mixing, then deliver it to the process who made the request. Reaction 1. To recap, mixing finished the request, and now the forklift can move the material to reaction. Let's accept this step now. The forklift has now completed the request, delivering the material to the reaction process so the team can complete their work. The next step is the conditioning process. As with all processes, it requires raw materials, which we will request accordingly. The forklift will then transport the materials from storage to the conditioning machine. Conditioning 1 will request RCO301, which consists of 3 materials, all of which need to be transported by the forklift team. As always, the request shows up instantly on conditioning 1's outbound and forklift's inbound. On the details page, all requests are currently pending. The forklift will pick up the materials from their location in the database, and then take them to conditioning 1, who made the request. Now we can begin accepting the requests. The details page automatically updates the status. We will finish up the requests now. Like the other processes, conditioning also needs material from the reaction machine, so we'll request it as well. Here's the deal. We'll request material RO301 to the reaction pool. Since there are 2 reaction machines, we don't know which one will take on the task. One will accept it, finish the process, and then the forklift can move the material. Let's dive into the details now. As you can see, the request has shown in reaction 1, even though the current process is reaction. Now, let's click on Accept Request. Once finished, it will move on to the next step. The forklift will get the material from reaction 1, which completed the request, and then take them to conditioning 1, who made the request. Finally, let's complete the request. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in FlowLean, sign up for a free 14-day trial on FlowLeanSolutions.com.